Good evening, everyone. Welcome. So my name is Tamar, and I'm in study of Kabbalah and teaching in the past 15 years all over the world. I've been together with my husband in Brazil and Russia and Miami, Israel, and here now we are in Toronto. Very happy to be here. And tonight, you actually starting a journey of 10 classes. And I'm calling it a journey because there is a purpose, the purpose of this a course, the purpose of those lessons, classes, and all what we're doing here is for you. It's just for you to become you, to become a better you. And I would like to start with a story. And the story telling about an old lady that parking her Ferrari in front of a bank in Manhattan, New York. And she walking inside the bank with her Chanel bag. And she asking to talk with the manager. Yeah, please, I would like to talk with the manager. They bring the manager. And she tell the manager, I would like to take a loan of $5,000 for 2 weeks. So the manager say, of course, for sure, please, just I need a kind of a guarantee that you're going to bring back the money. So no problem, my Ferrari outside the bank, you're welcome to take it, and until I bring back the money. Sure, great deal, why not? After 2 weeks, she's coming back with the $5,000, giving it back. Oh, I'm so sorry. And but the manager telling her, listen, there is interest of $16. So, okay, no problem. Taking $16, giving him. And he giving her back the car keys. And he just, something bothered him. So he asked her, can I ask you a question? It doesn't look like you're somebody that need a loan of $5,000. Can I ask you why? Listen, you're not going to find any place in New York to park your car for $16. Okay? So it's all about perception. Okay? And this is what we wish for you to go through that journey, to start to look at things that you're going through in life, to start to look at yourself, to start to look at life, at the world and others in a different perception. So share with somebody that's sitting next to you, and the people online, please share in the chat. What changes would you like to see in your life as a result of taking those classes? Yes? Take 2 minutes for it. Yes, you can either share on the chat for the online or journal to yourself. Okay, let's take a few minutes for it.
Good. So, welcome everyone. My name is David. I'm the husband. And today we're going to explore together our ability to challenge our perception in a way that we're going to redefine the way we look at life. So this course was initiated about 60 years ago by our teacher, the Rav Berg, that started the wisdom of Kabbalah, the Kabbalah Center, the way it is, and brought this life-changing course that already touched upon millions of people. Yeah. And you will see, if you're going to go about this, embracing this journey with us, that in a true 3 classes journey, you will already see how you can shift your energetic field. You can see different ways how to look at life and how to tackle the challenges of life. My name is David, and I've been a Kabbalah teacher for the past 22 years. As my wife shared with you, We are people that move from stations to stations all around the world. We've been to Brazil. I've been to Argentina, been to Russia even. We have a couple of Russians here. Now we are here, and for the past 4 years, we experienced COVID here all together with you. It was an amazing opportunity of isolation and looking within. But now things are open, and it's great to see people gathering together, because all the understanding of the wisdom of Kabbalah, that we are human beings coming here to a human experience in a social living, because that's where we can trigger our best. So to begin with, what is Kabbalah? What is Kabbalah? So Kabbalah, it's an ancient wisdom that predating our conventional religions per se, that teaching us the spiritual universal laws that govern our planet, that's meant to be given to humanity in order to play the game of life. Are you enjoying the game of life so far? Ups and downs. Sometimes it is a game, and we have to address it as a game. How do we address games usually? With excitement? Yes? Some fears of the unknown, don't know if we're going to lose, we're going to win, what's going to be the outcome. But most of the time, the games meant to be joyful. Joyful. And that's the whole purpose of life. So Kabbalah teaches us that within our core, we meant to be fulfilled. And the word Kabbalah means to receive. To receive. That's the Aramaic translation to that word. So this is pretty much the wisdom of the recipient, the wisdom of the one that's looking to receive. And we all looking to receive different things by doing different things. We all looking to receive certain things in our life, but not necessarily through the same channels, isn't it? But the question is for you, what is driving you? What is your desires? What do you want to receive truly? The question to you, the question to our people online, you can share in the chat. What do we really want from life? Please. Happiness. Yes. Yes. The ultimate thing of happiness. Yes. What else? Peace. Peace. Peace in the world, peace inside of my brain. Start crawling and fighting inside of me. Peace of mind, what we call. What else do we look for? Connection. Connection. What else? Love. What type of love we're looking for? Huh? Unconditional love, but also self-love. Oh, that's a hard nuts to break. Self-love. What else? What are you looking for? You're looking like, I'm looking for business. Let's make it happen. That's what I'm looking for. Achievement. You are the guy? Lights? Okay. What else? What are you looking for? Don't be shy.
Prosperity.
Prosperity. Okay. What else? There are plenty of things. That's very nice. It's one of the first time I hear it in that class. The ability to forgive others. Yeah. So, because sometimes it's hard. We are stuck on what people did to us, what happens, the pain that we experience, and it's very hard to let it go. So it's very hard to forgive and forget. Yeah. More, please. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Beautiful.
Joy, acceptance.
Joy, acceptance. Acceptance might be related to forgiveness. inspiration, detachment. Sure, sure. Detachment. Okay. What about elf? Everyone is okay with that? Longevity, energy, to be powerful, to be charismatic, to be energetic constantly all the time. Would we like that? Yeah. Beautiful. So we pretty much named a lot, and there are plenty more of things that if you put a list on, you will see that you want them. But there is something in common to all what we said right now. What is it? What is in common to everything that you just shared? Maybe. What else? What do you think is in common to everything you said? First of all, what is in common is that everywhere I go around the world, all the people say exactly the same. So we are very similar in our desire, even though there are many differences in the way we grow up, our cultures, our educations, but it seems to be that we're all driven to desire the same things in the world. This is a very nice conclusion to understand that we're all seeking for the same things as humanity. So let's join together and make sure that everyone receives it, isn't it? Let's join forces. We are here together in the same boat, seeking for the same things. And it's not necessarily on the account of the other. Because if you have enough love, it doesn't mean that it's neglect from someone else to have love, isn't it? There are ways to that, and we're going to deal in those matters during the course. But what is very interesting to what you just shared is that nothing of what you shared is really tangible. It's not tangible. Wisdom, health, prosperity, even it's not tangible. Even money is not real. Yeah. Currency, a coin is tangible, but money, can you count money? Give me 2 money, 3 money. Wisdom, energy, can it something that be counted? No, because it's not physical. So as much as we are appearing as physical being, it seems to be that all what we're seeking for is untangible energy. And what is, if something is not physical, what it's need to be if it's not physical? Spiritual, yeah, or metaphysical. If it's not physical, it is metaphysical. So what is this metaphysical world? So this is one of the most famous diagram that exists within Kabbalah. Within it, there is so many secrets, endless secrets, but what it's trying really to tell us that in the totality of reality, there are 10 different phases. We call them emanations. We are, as physical being in the very lowest realm of them. It's called the physical 1% limited reality perception of our ego. It means that whatever we experience here in this world through our senses is just 1% of the total reality. Let's try to understand it from a scientific point of view. Do you really see the atoms running around us right now? Do you see the dust? Do you see the Wi-Fi that is streaming right now? Do you see how we can stream ourselves and teleport ourselves to every area over the internet? Can we really dissect that? Can we really identify it? No, it means that the moment we are operating through our 5 senses, seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, and tasting, and our logical mind that is connected to that. Those are the receptors to create the logic mind, the five senses. We actually receive limited data and information. Is that making sense? We don't see everything. But at times, we're making all the biggest decision making in our life. Getting married, choosing a job, choosing a career, moving a country, health decision, all upon our logic mind. And at times, and many of the times, we find that we generated very limited reality for us because on one end, we thought that this is the best decision making according to our data that we received. And we thought that this is the best partner for us. But it appeared to be that 90% of the people that thought in the moment of marriage that this is the best decision ever to make, they go on the most amazing honeymoon thinking that this is it, heaven on earth. It appeared to be that 90% of them find it completely wrong later on. It's a big mistake. How come? Did the person change suddenly? Or it could be that we're missing a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of hints, a little bit of more intuition about what's about to come in that relationship. It could be that I was missing something. Yes or no? Most of the time, yes. Most of the time, yes. So we're chasing sometimes after different physical experience with the understanding that this is going to charge us with goodness. So what are we? We said we are a vessel. A vessel, it means that we are sponges that constantly being charged with energy and discharge. Yeah? So even Einstein said long time ago, everything is energy. We are a being of energy. That's what we are. And that's the reason that's all things that we are seeking truly for. It's not really the bigger house, the more comfortable car that's going to do it for us long term. It is nice to have, but this is not going to be the peak of our experience of life. Why? Because we are being of energy. Yeah? It shows that the body is as an electromagnetic, an electro ability to charge and discharge. This is proven scientifically. We are a beam of energy that constantly sticking to receive and to give energy. And the moment we are depleting ourselves from energy, we're going to feel lack, emptiness. So today class going to challenge us how we can transform from being in lack and shifting ourselves to feel abundant. What does it mean to be in lack? So the moment I don't receive what I want the way I want it, I experience lack. I went to the street, someone, I just went to the street today, suddenly this truck was reversing back and banged into another car on a small street. It was a huge truck, a construction truck. So saying, okay, I don't want to connect to that. This is really, it's not the energy that I want to feel. So I'm going to see this guy with a dog, and he's stopping, and I say, oh, look at what happened, and I'm passing through his dog, and the dog bite me. I mean, he was like tiny. I didn't really feel it. Thank God, it wasn't that bad. But those things are really taking you out of focus, taking you out of the mode that you are. At times you go into a room, do you feel that this is a place that you don't feel comfortable in? Not like here that we all feel enlightened and inspired, yeah? times we go into places, we feel the energy is a bit edgy, or you coming to a person and you feel affinity with, you feel that there is some kind of a connection. On vice versa, you're going to the supermarket and you just meet this person in the line and you feel like there is like some kind of a short circuit there. And you don't know where it's coming from. So we all have this magnetic field around us that we are obligated to protect and to know how to charge it with energy. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. This teaching of Kabbalah telling us that it's all about how to draw energy to me. So positive, of course, energy, so I can be able to move it forward. Not something that you can keep in the bank in Switzerland. It's something that's meant to be recycled. Charge, discharge, constantly. So the Kabbalists shared with us that there is one source of spiritual energy that exists out there, and it's called the light force of the Creator. Some people will call it God, some people call it Allah, some people believe in different things that seems to be a source. But the Kabbalah says that there is one cosmic source, and it's for everything, and it's nourishing everything constantly all the time, and it's as unlimited source. It's running, and it's been running the universe for billions of years. We were able to pinpoint the moment of the Big Bang as 13.8 billion years ago. Yeah. And since then, the universe is in a continuous expansion. And in a miraculous way, everything is in harmony. Everything. We are like diving right now, 18 miles per second. Do you feel it? We are now diving 18 miles per second. You know how fast it is? It's faster than any Tesla. Yeah? We don't feel it because whoever designed the world, whoever has the thought of creating this universe, created it in a magical way. And that source is available for each and every one of us, because this is the source that projects energy constantly and making everything vibrate. Everything, every atom is vibrating nonstop. And the atom is immortal. We are mortal people, but the atoms are immortal. So if the atom is immortal, why should we be mortals? It's a question, isn't it? Why can we not live forever? It's a question. So if there is this source of energy that wants to, its purpose is just to give goodness, to charge us with positive energy. And the entire universe, the planets, natures, the oceans, everything was magical enough to give us the ability even to create ourselves. Do you agree that bringing a baby to the world, it's magical to understand that it's just a meetup between one sperm and an egg, and suddenly you have Trump coming about. Genius! Yeah, beautiful. Or Einstein. Yeah, it's magical. This force that exists in the universe is meant to be available for us all the time. But even though that was the purpose of creation, we don't really experience the reality this way, isn't it? We don't. There are wars, there are pandemics, there are fights, there is luck, there is insanity, there is devastations all around us. So what's really going on? This promise of this creator that's supposed to give us everything, it doesn't really happen. Why? Why it's not happening? It's not happening because we're not yet having the affinity with that force. So within the light force of the creator, it consists of everything. It's the source. So if we're looking for love, it's there. If we're looking for clarity, security, health, peace of mind, wealth, whatever we're looking for, it consists in that source of energy. Okay? Now, not necessarily our fulfillment is derived by the same thing. Some people looking for wealth as the main purpose, and love is a secondary. Some people see their purpose as helping others, and prosperity is secondary. Yeah, we all have different kind of priorities, do we? But we all wanting to receive that fulfillment energy, that source energy, and we are all permitted to do that. Our desire determine what we're going to receive. So maybe we need to, during this course, you're going to fine-tune your desires, be open to that. And maybe you're going to learn how your desires could be fulfilled through the understanding of this technology, through understanding all the spiritual principles and we're going to teach you. You will be able to do that. But remember, someone receives only what he desires for. You are your desire. It's very important to remember. The definition of who you are and what you're about is your desire. But no worries. We are all, as you mentioned here, desiring non-material things deep inside of us. Remember that this is the goal. Yeah, I want this position, that position. I want to accomplish that. I want to achieve that. Yes, great. But deep inside, that's the basis. The basis is immaterial things. It's energetic things. We're looking for that energy, and that energy exists within the light. So the founder of our center 100 years ago says that the abundance from the light is certainly without limit and measurement. It is only mankind that limits the abundance because they receive no more or no less than their desire. So if you look at life right now and what you have, be sure that that was your cup of your desire. Now, maybe in the fantasy reality, in the ambitions, in the goals, I want more. But to say I want or to dream about something, it's not necessarily defined as true desire yet. Yeah, it's a dream. But true desire, it's a level when no matter what, I'm going to achieve it. That's a definition of true desire. I will do everything in my power to achieve it. I'm seeking for happiness. I'm going to make all the research possible to find out what is the deal with happiness. And I will do everything in my power to do that. Therefore, I'm going to achieve it. And I'm not going to stop till I'm going to elevate my levels of happiness. That's true desires. So the Kabbalah says that there is a spiritual law that says similarity of form. Did it happen to you that you met people in your past, that you have great friends in childhood, and now they disappear from your life with no specific reason, just disconnected? Did it happen to all of us? Yeah? Yes or no? What do you think really happened there? Why? Best friends in childhood, suddenly, everyone moved to their own place. But why there was a disconnect? Why? We can say that. Exactly. So we lost the same interest. It means that I no longer have the similar desires to that person. Similarity of form, it means that says like, attract, like. What I'm similar to, I will be connected to. What I'm different from, I will be disconnected from. It means that pretty much if we look at our environment, we look at everything that happens to us, it's because there is similarity of form. You see someone that you resent in your relationships, don't think that he's there by coincidence. You attracted that person. And it's just to tell us that maybe if there is something that you don't like about this relationship, and that's the reason why we're attracting over and over the same kind of personality to our life, till we changing and transforming ourselves. And then we can attract something different because we no longer have similarity of form to that type of personality. Therefore, if I'm focusing constantly to align myself with this cosmic vault of energy, reservoir of endless positivity, and I know how to have affinity with that energy, I will experience more of that charging state. Is that making sense? The reason why I'm not experiencing fulfillment of happiness, light, total health, energetic, wisdom, all the things that we want, success, true success in whatever I want, it means that I'm not yet completely have affinity with that source that just want to charge me. Just want to charge me. So we are on the path to come to a place that we are aligning ourselves with this cosmic energy, more important than anything else, more important than being right, more important than jealousy, more important than wasting our time on things that seems to be that filling up our energy, but long term, they just depleting our energy. Yeah. What is the best example for something that seems to be that energizing me, but I'm ending up out with less energy than I was before? Who can give me an example of that? Online too.
People pleasing.
People pleasing. Feel that, wow, I'm a nice person, I'm helping. But eventually I see that I'm not doing it from the right place. It's coming out of lack. I'm doing it just that people going to maybe like me because I'm doing so. What else? Excuse me? Okay, so lack of direction. So it seems to be comfortable. I have the energy of comfort, not rocking the boat too much, not taking too much responsibility, decision making, but there are consequences to that too. Not too much of achievements too, isn't it? What about sugar? It's an amazing source of energy. It's energizing 9 billion people on a daily basis, consuming it with endlessly. Is it good? It's hard even to get rid of it because it's entered to every product. Every product. Even mice in mice poison, they put it there because the mice even like it. You know? So, not to talk about all the different addictions that we have, addictions to social media, scrolling. It's energizing. Oh, giving me the excuses. It's filling up my life. Watching others, people have the all these fans for groups, fans for sports, but fanatic. Those fanatic fans that they drag and the flags and they're drawing the coloring, or they're going and they're fighting against the other group. So much motivation there's there. Say, why won't you invest that in your life? Yeah. So there are many, many things where we are actually investing, thinking, we all have good intentions, thinking that this is what's going to charge us. But eventually we see that the charge is like a tiny espresso that, fill us up only for a couple of hours, but then there's a crash of energy. Yeah. So we are looking to have a similarity of form with something that is unlimited source. Yeah, we want an affinity with the source of energy that can constantly will create continuity. So what is the first rule that we're going to study today? Spiritual rule number 1. If like attract like, therefore, in order for me to reveal this, you remember those 9 emanations in the tree of life that we said that are behind our physical reality, are behind our 5 senses? If we want to explore this realm, we have to learn how to act like the light. So what the light does, the light force of the Creator shines. The light of the Creator energizes. The light of the Creator revives. The light of the Creator share unconditionally. The light of the Creator is kindness. The light of the Creator is love. The light of the Creator is fearless. The light of the Creator is unlimited. No agendas, no expectation, just giving, just sharing. At times we behave that way, but most of the time we are in a reactive mode. We are reacting to our 5 senses. They're triggering. There is a flight or fight mode, survival. Get into survival. You've been attacked. We are constantly into the mode of feeling that we're being attacked by our closest people around us, by our colleagues at work. Everywhere we are, we feel that we've been triggered. Therefore, it's immediately awakening flight or fight mode. I need to be aware. I need to be cautious. I need to keep for myself. I shouldn't be vulnerable. I shouldn't give that much. Yeah. So in that mode, we disconnecting ourselves from the source. Therefore, we cannot attract that source. Is that making sense, everyone? Online? Is that clear? So all our journey in life is moving from the mode of survival to the mode of creation. Within each and every one of us, the source of that light exists. You know what we call it? What we call it in the spiritual world. What is the name of that source that exists inside of us? Soul, exactly. The soul is that spark of the divine that ignited us to begin with. It exists, it's there. It's not like we need to say, look, somewhere out there in the cosmos for that light. It's already within us. And we saw ourselves at times acting like that. When we are in a creative mode, when we are in generous mode, when we are in love, when we overcome something that was so difficult, and suddenly we realize that all this, what happened, was for our own good too, that it can reveal the power within us. That's why the challenge was there to begin with. Is that making sense? So everything that happens throughout our life is just to ignite that. Not that just we're going to turn off and be afraid and get into a survival mechanism. Be aware, we're under attack. No, it's been given to us that we can be able to ignite that creator inside of us that has no fear, that has no lack. In that endless force, there is no lack, there is no fear, there is only love and giving. And it exists inside of us. So this is the process of life. That's why we got this length of life of minimum 70 years that connects to the number 7. So we can go to that process and learn bit by bit how to grow. And now we have the opportunity to tap into a complete wisdom that share with us how to do that, how to go to that process, how to change from survival to creative, how to change from being reactive to what's happening in the illusionary reality that I see with my 5 senses, and to say, no, it's an opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity for me to step up my game. I'm challenged, it's not comfortable, but I can step up my game. I can take control of the situation. So we meant to be actually controlling the physical reality. We meant to. That's what we designed. This is our birthright, to be control on everything that happened to it. We cannot control what will happen, but we can take control over what happened. What we are seeking for, oh, I don't want this to happen. Who is asking you? Have you noticed someone is asking us what's about to happen next? How many surprises did you have in life so far? Nobody is asking us because the cosmos is designed in that way. I will push something to you that is so uncomfortable, and you need to learn to be comfortable with it. No, not just comfortable. I want you to be joyous with it. This is like the gym of life. Yeah, you're working out. Your partner is like also. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about it when you sit near and say, oh yeah. And I like you because I'm also training. That's as hard as you see. But one of the ways to understand that we're gaining things only when we overcoming a certain pain in life. The pain of life or circumstances of situation, it's impossible to avoid, but I can avoid suffering. That's a choice. So pain is a must, but suffering is a choice. You understand the difference? This is the main point of life. And we sometimes allow one bad experience that took 1 minute to ruin the entire day, to ruin the entire year at times. And sometimes ruin the entire life. Only because one thing happened. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. We are logical beings, but that's not logical to me. Because we fall into what we call the illusion that things are under decay. Physically, everything is under decay, isn't it? Everything is kind of breaking down. Materials, relationships, everything is kind of going down. That's on the physical kind of perspective. But from the cosmic, the quantum reality, everything is synchronized. Yeah, we see so many problems on planet Earth, but when we compare ourselves to all those galaxies all together, they still dance in a very harmonious way, isn't it? So we look at here and say, oh, planet Earth is so tiny, have so many problems. And who was the one that making the problems? The trees, the animals? No, they're synchronized. They're synchronized. Even the predators are synchronized. They do what they have to do. But we have a choice. We have a choice not necessarily to be negative, not necessarily to be reactive, not necessarily to feel lack, not necessarily to fear, not necessarily to disengage, not necessarily to choose to destroy. We meant to construct. We meant to build. That's how we're going to have affinity with the source. As much as we're going to act like the light, as much as that light going to be in our lives. We try to make it very simple. I know it's not easy to accomplish, but the principle is understandable and it's simple. Do you agree? It's simple. Now, how to go about it? Yes, we have to go through a journey because we are addicted to be in the lack, to be in fear, to be in a survival mode that everyone is against us and we have to protect ourselves. So when you're protecting yourself, you cannot be the light. The soul doesn't need any protection. The soul is a source which is unlimited. It doesn't need any protection. So we just need to ignite that in us, and then we're going to be brave to do anything. Another angle. So the light is the source. That's the place of abundance, no lack. The reactive us, which related to the ego is the limited self. It's the way I think I am like. That's the way I identify as. This is how I perceive myself as. But it's limited. I have so many more to who I am, so much more to who I am. I'm not just this ego that I think I am. That name, that profession, that personality, it's not who I am. There is so much more to that. That is the place of lack. That's the place of I don't have. So how we can learn to shift from lack, ego, reactive, something happens that I don't like, I don't get what I want from the situation, to everything is okay. Everything is already here. The abundance is here. I have everything that I need. All what I need is already within me in the present. It's not about what happened in the past. We had many traumas for the past. Each and every one of us went through quite a journey. You know, I hear stories from students for 25 years. Everyone goes through something in the past. So you can cling on it. You can use it against you, your past. You can be in trauma, paralyzed to do things, or you just know that to whatever happened is serving you right now. And in the presence, you know that everything that you need is there. And when you are every moment in that presence, everything that I need is here, that's what's leading again and again to more. But when I'm fantasizing about the future that I don't have, and everyone on Instagram and social media have before me, and seeing why I don't have it, it's only because what happened in the past. Of course, I'm not never going to be in the present. The present is a gift, as we know. And when I'm appreciating where I am in the present, understanding that the light has no movement, it's always there, it's always present. I just need to have. What do I need to have with the light? Affinity. That's it. Shifting the mode from lack to affinity. It requires some exercise, and we're going to give you some examples right now. So in reality, we have two modes. The modes that we are proactive. Proactive, it means that we are givers. Yeah? We're seeking for the give, win-win, similar to the light. That's the proactive mode. Reactive is the ego, limitation, falling into life, falling into survival, different from the light. That's the reactive. Unfortunately, the default, because we are physical being in the very lowest of consciousness called the physical reality, our default programming is being reactive. So don't be ashamed of that. We are all reactive creatures. in the default while we are listening to the body consciousness, to the body and to the logic and to the five senses. We're going to constantly be reactive. Now we know we can bridge to a different type of reality, the quantum. In the quantum, there is only order, there is no chaos. That's where the light is. So what is reactive behavior? Reactive behavior, any thought, word, or action which comes from a place of lack of fear. So every time I'm driven by lack of fear, I must understand that I'm disconnected. We are vessels, and the moment we didn't receive our fulfillment, constantly the lack will appear. So constantly we're looking to fill ourselves up. I want coffee, I want to drink, I want to party, I want to relax, I want a vacation, I want a pleasure, we're constantly seeking to fill a spiritual vessel, because we are a spiritual vessel, with physical fulfillment. It's not going to work. It's not going to be enough, because the physical will fill up only 1% of our vessel. What about the 99% of the rest of the vessel? It's going to stay empty? No, I can't. That's where the lack is driven from. Is that making sense? Okay, so let's journal right now, here and at home, online. Try to go back to a moment of the challenge. Write it down. A challenge in life that is currently happening. Okay? It's related to a past slide, but write down a challenge in your life that is happening right now that you don't really have a solution for. Write it down, please. It's very important for our next stage. And after you identify a challenge that's going on right now in your life, see your reactive behavior there. See where you are tapping into lack. See where you tap into fear in relation to that. See what it got out of you, this kind of challenge. Okay, our friends at home. So we're writing a challenge. And things are not happening. Something destroyed. I lost the work. I lost a relationship. I got sick. I feel sad about all what's happening in the world, and it's making me to feel devastated, hopeless. Lack is triggered by so many triggers that are out there. Okay, so it's either I'm going to choose to be reactive or proactive. This is the only choice that human being as an animal doesn't have that choice. A lion cannot change his skin and spare you because you are a nice person because it didn't eat for 2 months. Not gonna say, oh, you're a nice person, so I'm gonna move on. No, he doesn't have that free will. He's working on a survival mechanism. I haven't ate for so long. I need to eat right now. That's it. No mercy, no kindness, no love, no sparing. Yeah? But we do have that choice. Okay? So if we choose the proactive, what would be the step? So the Kabbalists discovered that in order for us to stop our default mechanism, which is reactive, we have to have a conscious decision to pause. I'm pausing my fear. I'm pausing my bad news. I'm pausing the absence. I'm pausing the pain that I'm experiencing right now. I'm pausing any bad news that I received. I'm pausing, just pause. Okay? This is the first step that are required. Because pausing, saying, I don't believe that what's happening giving me the entire picture of what's about to happen next. It's limited. I'm reactive. I'm seeing only what my five senses. Therefore, I'm stopping because I want to connect to my soul. I want to shift to my soul. My soul knowing that there is one source, that source went through that limited challenge to get me to step up to the next level. And I want to identify, even though I don't see any next level here, I don't see any joy about to happen here, I don't see any fulfillment, I don't see any receiving that's going to come out from this unwanted situation. I'm forcing myself to stop and to relook at it, to force myself to change my perception and to shift to be proactive. This is the test. This is the game. This is the real game. Simple. In the presence, I want to shift. It's an experiment that if you, from now until next class, next week, you're going to practice, you're going to see immediate shift in your energy level. It's crazy how genius this formula is. Is that clear? I'm shifting and saying, instead of a devastation, I look at it as an opportunity. Opportunity. What an opportunity. When there is an opportunity, are you excited? Yes? Yes? You are excited. When there is an opportunity, you're curious? Yes, you're curious. When there is opportunity, you are energetic about it? Yes. This is the shift. And it's just a matter of perception because we understand that the source of everything wants to give me, because I'm not in total affinity, I cannot see the beauty, the energy that will come out from that incident, from that challenge. And instead of connecting to the lack that is triggering and all past memories and all past traumas and everything that happened in my childhood, and it's happening again, and this person is also going to desert me, and this person also disappointed me, and there he goes again, the same story, and I'm not worthy, and I don't love myself, and I hate the world. All these stories in our mind, they're just stories. They're not real. They're not real. So we're training ourselves, we're training the reactive mind to shift, and then we start seeing. As much as we exercise it more and more and more, we understand that whatever happened was giving me because I'm able to handle it. And it's just for me to step up my game. Yeah, I'm adding another weight that I can, we can push more, can exercise more, can do this cold plunge. I can, go on a keto diet. I can quit sugar. I can run a marathon. I can, volunteer for 1 week, taking off. Instead of going to Jamaica, I'm going to go to a third world country and I'm just going to volunteer my time. I will dare to do that just for the sake of experience. Is that making sense? That's what happens when you shift. Those ideas will come to you that are light-like, because you will be attached to the same consciousness of the light. And you will see that it's okay. And you actually will feel eventually more fulfilled, which this is our purpose of our life, to be fulfilled. Anyways, so let's do a short visualization together, okay? Just to internalize it. So please uncross your legs and hands. Sit comfortably, close your eyes for a second. We're getting right now to a visualization, a short meditation. We are connecting to something that you cannot connect while you're in alpha vibration. Just close our eyes, take a breath in through our nose and exhale through our mouth, imagining the number one 3 times, seeing it, drawing it, and taking a second breath, deep breath in our nose and exhaling, imagining the number two 3 times. And again, breathing in through our nose, light oxygen, and breathing out, seeing the number three times. Seeing yourself disconnecting from the physical attachments, serene, calm, safe. Choose a visual, safe place where you feel comfortable and safe. Just imagine the challenge that you just wrote down. Seeing yourself reactive over it over and over. Understanding that you didn't act from your higher self. Just acted because you wanted to protect yourself, wanted to feel safe. Connected to your lack, amount of fear. And now you realize, in retrospect, that all what was needed there is already within you. Just by pausing before you reacted, you're seeing that all the light that is within you is now present, all the tools to take charge, to be kind. There is a source within you that is unlimited, it's resilient, is not afraid. It's there. And imagine yourself, what would be a way that you're going to be proactive in that situation? How will you take it forward? Having affinity with the light. What are you going to do tomorrow, handling this current challenge that seems to be so disturbing? Be curious. When you shift your energy, everything will shift together with that. You change your perception, the reality will change. All that I need is within me now. Just by pausing and embracing the opportunity, appreciating the challenge that came to me, understanding it's not against me, just for me to step up my game. And taking another deep breath in through our nose and exhaling slowly but surely, coming back to here and now. So this is the tool that I wish to all of us to adopt from now to the rest of our lives. Pause, what an opportunity. With the mantra, all that I need is within me now. So the spiritual first rule that we learn among the 10 rules that we're going to learn during this class. First, to reveal the light, I must act like the light. The spiritual tool is pause, what an opportunity. Okay, so this journey of 10 classes, which within we're going to share with you all the different ways we can understand, download, look from a different reasons why things are repeating in our life. What is what we call the correction process, the journey of one's soul, and why events are happening, why creation took to begin with for the first place. We're going to deal how we can understand the reactive nature and what's purpose it's serving. So we're going to go to this journey for the next 10 weeks. This was the first class. We made it possible for you to join either online, and if you cannot join, you can join online or in person. And every class going to be recorded. If you're going to miss one, it's not too bad, but you will understand that being present in a live class is much more energetic than just listening to recordings, okay? But we all miss one in one course, it's okay. So today, for the one of you that are not registered yet for the entire course, we still have the promotion, and the cost of the course will be 135 instead of
195.
195. So we have a big promotion. So anyone that has problem committing, this is the time to step up and say what an opportunity to this journey. What we can promise you that on the next two classes, you're already going to feel changes that happening in your life. If you're really going to adapt and practice and exercise what we're saying, you don't have to believe it. It's not about believing. It's not a religion here. It's not about faith. It's all spiritual technology that it's so ancient, just bringing to our life in our very modern way and type of living that designed right now. So by exercising, you will feel the change. And if for some reason, after 3 classes, you don't feel any kind of affinity with what we share with you, we promise to give you the money back. That's how confident we are in that wisdom. Changed my life, turning me from someone that went on a business venture and all what I wanted in life is just to achieve for myself, never give anything to anyone, pretty much, to turning point where I decided to take my life and devote it to share with people. Share with people. This is what it's caused me to do. It's not necessarily your journey, but whatever eventually your desires are, that's where you're going to be. So it means if you're going to shift your desires, you're going to fine tune them, you're going to understand what is your core desires deep in it, and you're going to be constantly taking actions to achieve them. The cosmic is designed to bring it forward for you, and that can be felt immediately. So it's a life-changing course. I recommend it to you, and I recommend you to bring your friends next week too, online or here. It's such a powerful wisdom that's been hidden for so many years, but now it must be available because it's so much in need. Because with all the information that is there, it just got us more confused. So this is a moment that we can refocus what the reason that we are here for in this world and how we can play the game of life and enjoy and win it.